Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Polygon Matic. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor and you should do your own research before investing money into crypto. With that being said, let's jump into the weekly chart. So you can see that we are just a bit above the 20 EMA. We got a nice bounce over here from the EMA. And since that bounce, we have appreciated 76%, which is nice. I always say the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA are the best to use for these chartings. Don't use the MAs because those are lagging indicators. These will give you live action feed from the price action. So the EMAs are the best to use. Okay, also do use the 200 EMA, the 50 EMA, the 100 EMA. Those are good as well. So potentially what may end up happening over here, you can see that we have making a high over here and a lower high over here. So if we don't break this high over here, we're creating a downtrend because we're going to be making a lower high and a lower high and a lower high. That's how a downtrend works. So potentially what you want to do is you don't want to lose this low over here. And that is the 236 on this Fibonacci retracement that I have. It is from this swing low over here to this swing high over here. So okay, that is really bullish. Matic is really bullish right now. But if you see us losing this level over here at 0.66 cents, okay, then we're coming back down even lower. And how do you see if, for example, if you don't want to use any indicators, how can you see where are we going to land? It's pretty simple. You take a look at the candles and where the previous swing high was. So this was the previous swing high. We went up, went back down, another swing high, swing low, swing high, and now we're looking for another swing low, potentially landing on the 20 EMA. Okay, so, I would say that this would be your previous swing high, okay? And this is where you can put some buy orders in if Bitcoin has a deep correction right now, which is not off the charts, okay, which is not off the table. So 54 cents per Matic token, people would be buying that incredibly quickly. So even if you got a wick in here and you were lucky enough to fill your buy order, then you can be considering yourself lucky, okay? So yeah, I just switched off the log scale. Okay, so last video I did on Matic was about 3 weeks ago, and I did have a target over here at 0.69, at 0.66, I believe. So $1.66, okay, and that was our target. Pretty much $1.70 over here. And I did say that you might hit the 618 and roll over. That is exactly what you did, and you find a nice support level below you at the 0.5. So you should have been buying this retest of support, okay? So now this is a strong support because we have been wicking below it. And you can look at the 20 EMA over here and have some buy orders at the 20 EMA. Currently, the 20 EMA is sitting at $1.12, and that is always possible that we hit it, okay? It's not off the table because Bitcoin can have any correction anytime. The weekend is approaching, and we can see a little blood on the streets coming in. So yeah, that's it for the weekly chart. Let's jump into the daily chart, okay? So on the daily chart, we are adhering to the 20 EMA. We potentially almost had a bounce off the 55 EMA over here. We have a bullish cross in play. The 20 EMA crossing the 55, that's a bullish cross. So that's incredibly good to see. And, it's doing really well at the minute. We have come back to find support. We found support on the 20 EMA, which is nice. So now potentially we had our little pullback, and now we're looking for another impulsive wave retest of support, and we're going to take out the 786 on the fib, okay? And the 786 on the fib, if you start breaking the 618, would be $2.14, okay? That is our next target from for our next impulsive wave, hopefully, if we don't get screwed over by Bitcoin. And one thing that I'm noticing as well over here is this nice double bottom pattern. As you can see over here, This is a double bottom. So the second bottom is usually higher, a bit higher than the first bottom, okay? And if it's going to be low, if the second low is lower than the first low, then you're invalidating the double bottom pattern. And we do have a neckline over here just above us where the target is. I do apologize about that, where the target is. And you take a trend line from the top to the neckline of the double bottom pattern, and then you place it at the breakout, okay? So the breakout would give us a nice target of the 786 target that I just gave you. Oh, I do apologize about that. Okay, so that's just perfectly playing into our little target over here. So it's looking very good. This double bottom may play out perfectly, and yeah, it's looking really good, guys. Obviously, long term, we do have a target on Matic, $5.39. Okay, and obviously we may get overextended to the upside, and we potentially will. But this is just a level that we're targeting on the channel for for when you can start taking profits on your projects, because you really have to start taking profits when you're getting to those higher fib levels. Otherwise, you're going to get a dump just like in May. You're not going to expect it, and the projects will just come back down, and you're going to ride it all the way down. And you don't want to do that. I'm here to help you take profits before the bear market comes. And make no mistake about it, the bear market will be here. Maybe not as brutal as previous bear markets, but we are going to have a bear market, okay? If we take a look at the RSI on the daily chart, you can see that we're really not making any strong moves right now. So potentially when you start coming up over here, making something like this, and you come up to this overbought area above the 70, when you're above the 70 index on the RSI, that's a signal that you can start selling your tokens and waiting for a pullback. So yeah, if let's see if we have any bearish divergences on the RSI. So here we made a high. This was a lower high, but on the price action we made a higher high. So that's a bearish divergence, okay? We had our pullback from the bearish divergence, and now we're starting the move towards the upside. Yeah, so it's pretty much done everything that it needed to do. Everything played out the way it needed to play out. If we can just set this little trend line over here. So yeah, we do have a trend line over here. We're nearing to this support trend line. We had a bounce once over here and another bounce over here. And we take the trend line over here and see that we're having a sort of ascending trend, broadening channel over here being created. So potentially what we're going to be doing is just coming back up, hitting this trend line, and potentially, as you can see, if you hit this trend line the next time, that is going to perfectly co-align with our target over here. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. It seems like it's doing very well right now. Dollar cost average into Matic, that is pretty much going to be your best friend. Actually, let me just switch up this trend line a bit. So, okay, we do it like that, then we potentially may have a bit more room for, yeah. Okay, we're gonna see if that trend line comes into play later, but I'm pretty sure it will, because we're just getting, you know, rejected off this trend line each time we come up, okay? So we're just going to keep an eye on that trend line. But as you can see, the price is coiling up. The price over here is coiling up. We're waiting for a move. We're waiting for something, and this double bottom may just initiate this move that we're anticipating, okay? And yeah, so it's looking really good, guys. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts right now, but it does seem that it's setting itself up for a nice strong potential move towards the upside, and moving up to that $2. And so that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.